Welcome to the Extraordinary Health Podcast from All Seasons Integrative Health with your host, Dr. Paul Beckham. We're here to find the root cause of your health condition and help you to finally feel good again. At All Seasons Integrative Health, we utilize full body chiropractic care and the latest cutting edge physical medicine therapies, as well as functional medicine to help you live your full potential.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Extraordinary Health Podcast. Today, with me, Dr. Victoria Lau, as always, Dr. Paul Beckham, and we have a newbie joining us, Dr. Carly Dropik.
Welcome.
She is joining us at All Seasons Integrative Health as a new chiropractor at the office. So, Carly, say hello and tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to be here. I recently graduated from Northwestern down in the Twin Cities. I'm originally from Alexandria, Minnesota, so excited to be a little bit closer to home, but not quite there yet. So
that's probably a good thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just far enough away.
Exactly.
Well, of course, we're so excited to have you here, Carly, and she is going to be joining us as we go along with these podcasts. And today we are talking about nutritional tips to support muscle and joint rehabilitation during PEMF therapy.
That was a mouthful.
That was. So, of course, PEMF is pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, and we've maybe talked about it a time or two before, but specifically today talking about the nutritional part, the support, and how it helps improve your muscles and joints faster.
Yeah.
Let's talk. What do we got, Dr. Beckham? Give us
what do we got?
rundown.
Sure. I'll give you my rundown here. I mean, a lot of the tips are going to go along with just the general nutritional tips that you're going to have with basic nutrition. Make sure you're getting in the proper amount of protein. You want to take your body weight in half, and that's really, your body weight in kilograms in half, and that's really how much you want to be eating in protein during a day. The typical person probably wants to be eating anywhere between 50 and 100 grams of protein a day, just the average person. I mean, if you're an athlete or something like that, then you're going to want to probably almost double that there, because you're literally exercising, breaking down, all the tissues, all the muscle in your body, and you need to build it back up. And if you don't have enough protein there, your body's good at fixing itself, but what it's going to end up doing, it's going to end up laying down fibrous tissue, which then is going to basically cause you to have plateaus. You're not going to have that muscle definition that you want to have. You're not going to have those muscles continue to grow, and you're going to have to, probably get some therapy to help get them treated. People on the really sick end of the spectrum, that's where they really end up. They end up, if they don't have enough protein going in their body, they're going to have just issues with their muscles. So besides that, go ahead.
So protein, now let's talk about that. So of course you can add it to certain things like your drinks, but what are some great food sources, just natural sources, besides, you think chicken right away, right? Protein, meats. Well, what are some other sources?
I mean, dietary sources. I mean, obviously you have beef, pork, chicken, fish, turkey, geese. Depends on where you live, and what kind of protein sources you want to get. You can use beans, peas, if you just want to do more on a vegan end of the spectrum there. Obviously, you can get protein powders, like you just mentioned, to add to different drinks. To supplement that protein there. Actually, like you kind of mentioned in a previous podcast, what you really want to do is look at the size of your hand as far as how big it is and how thick it is. And you actually want to eat 2 servings of meat that size a day. So simple reference here, just going around the palm of your hand here. That, and then the thickness of it, that's how much protein you really need to eat in a day to at least maintain, what you already have. So without having to go out and measure things specifically, so go out and eat, might be a couple chicken breasts or something like that. Might be tuna, have a can of tuna. Maybe add the bread, don't add the bread, but whatever you want to do, make a tuna salad and just eat that. But you definitely need to get enough protein in your body to, like I say, maintain that positive protein balance. Might be better off on the organic end of the spectrum, because then you're going to start adding in some of the things like essential fatty acids that are also necessary for not only to help repair the muscles, but they're also necessary for hormones in your body, also for your nerves in your body. And by having the higher quality produce there too, you typically need to eat less of it because it's so nutrient dense that you need less of that food to eat to get the same as you would more commercially raised, like beef or chicken or pork or something like that. So
great. So getting in your protein, and getting that with lots of meats, some of those beans. So our burritos that we get once a week, Dr. Paul Beckham.
Well, I haven't had one of those for a while, but yeah, those are good.
That's good sources for us. So the protein will definitely help you repair your cells and give you new growth there, and of course help balance out with that PEMF therapy. I know you talked about the essential amino acids, so omega-3s. So those are very good to have.
Such a fatty acids, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. But I found just myself, making sure to get a good source of those omega-3s, that it definitely helps with the stiffness of joints. So especially like that morning stiffness. It's great for rheumatoid arthritis and things in that nature, but and then along the way with that is, the better you can utilize those natural sources, the less medication you're less likely to use.
Even probably some of the less, you're going to need to use some supplements, because you're now getting a lot of those nutrients in through your just daily foods. And going along, it also helps with blood flow. And that's what PEMF therapy also helps with as well. So if you're getting in enough of those essential fatty acids, that's going to help improve your blood flow as well. Get into, I guess then I start to jump to minerals and stuff like that. Calcium, magnesium are probably some of the other, bigger aspects there. And then you just get into your general electrolytes are super helpful and are recommended, for PEMF therapy, because that's what's going to help keep that charge on your body there as well. You need to have the electrolytes in your body for PEMF therapy to be super helpful. So
one thing that I always found very interesting is, most people think, oh, I'm going to go get magnesium because of so-and-so and whatnot, but you have to realize that there's different sources of magnesium and different types, and what you're using that for will definitely be more beneficial depending upon what you need it for. So always ask if you have questions on any sort of nutrient, that we can best lead you in a better direction there.
I think, the magnesium, one of the big things, stay away from magnesium oxide for sure. Any of what you want to stick with is mostly the magnesium that's kind of bonded with amino acids. That's where you're going to have, the best results. Your body's only going to pull off what it needs, whereas too much magnesium oxide, and you might be running to the restroom a little bit faster than what you want to.
Don't need that.
Magnesium citrate as well. So
yes. Okay. How about, so of course these podcasts go along with the emails that go out. So if you are not on our email list, you can certainly get a hold of the office and request to receive those weekly. But one of the things that was stated on there specifically was, of course, eating colorful fruits and vegetables. And why is that? Well, we know why, right? Health. But some of those specifically help to reduce inflammation and even help promote healthy circulation in the body, along with, of course, the PEMF therapy.
I'm going to drag Dr. Carly in here. So what are some of your favorite vegetables that you like to eat?
Oh, my favorite vegetables, I'm a tomato fiend. I love tomatoes, especially in the summer. And cucumbers. Tomatoes and cucumbers are probably my top two. Especially, my parents have a garden back home, so fresh ones in the summer are my go-to.
So you're going to go for like the gyros with the fresh tomatoes and cucumbers and tzatziki sauce?
Yep, love that. Love all of that.
Yummy. Is there a good Euro place here in Fargo Moorhead? There used to be.
There was. I haven't been to one recently.
Well, if anybody knows of one, let us all know. Up next, or here shortly, we'll be talking about those 5 modifiable lifestyle factors. So, of course, I'm Dr. Victoria Lau, and we have Dr. Paul Beckham.
Oh.
And Dr. Carly Dropik.
Hello.
And she, again, is new and upcoming and joined our office recently, so you'll get to see more of her lovely face along the way. So let's talk. We have our modifiable lifestyle factors, and number 1 is sleep and relaxation. So, happy
Who doesn't want
National...
to sleep and relax?
Yes. Yes. Happy National Relaxation Day. So, of course, PEMF can be used in different avenues, but one of them is to help you sleep and relax better. And why is that, Dr. Beckham?
Well, basically, it's because, again, different frequencies that we use at the PEMF. There's one on the one end of the spectrum. It's basically to help you relax. It helps tone everything down, calms down your nervous system. It's putting a charge on your body cells and just helping them exercise without you having to physically exercise. And it helps speed up just the mitochondria that produce energy for your cells. So by those speeding up, I don't know of any time myself when I've been on the therapy that I haven't probably fallen asleep. Even if it could be 8 minutes long, it could be 10 minutes long, it could be half an hour long. It's generally a very, very relaxing situation. So by charging you up, it helps calm you down.
Yes. And is that more, in fact, due because we're amplifying the amount of ATP that your cells are making? So they're charging up, they're ramping up, and then your body has to just calm down afterwards, right?
Yeah, it's just like an exercise session too. I mean, you're speeding everything up, and by speeding everything up there, and most of the time you're either probably sitting in a chair, you could be laying on the zero gravity mat, and those are fairly relaxing, as it is anyway. So as you just sit there, and hopefully I'll have people do breathing exercises with it as well, you'll be able to relax more and let your body kind of recharge, because the PEMF therapy is putting a charge on all the cells of your body, which just helps them function to their full potential, so that eventually, hopefully, you can function at your full potential.
Absolutely. So, you guys, we get to utilize this at our office, us that work here. So, just be aware, we get to take naps, but we get amped up afterwards. Keeps our bodies moving to help you all. How about looking at exercise and movement? So, of course, you have to stay moving, right? Because we already know, we've already talked about this, what happens when you stop moving. But movement is a thing where you have to know your limitations too, especially if you're going through any healing session, recovering from an injury. We always say up to pain, not into pain. And with PEMF, although it can help, calm the system down and relax you, it can also speed up that healing.
I think one thing that we do with patients, especially those patients that are having problems, even just moving and exercising themselves, is to use a vibration plate while they're even on PEMF therapy, because that helps stimulate them neurologically through their proprioceptive nervous system. It feeds up to the brain and back out to the body. So using the PEMF therapy, that's even getting the blood flow going. So you can think of it as a very, very low, kind of aerobic activity that's happening passively, because it's the PEMF that's actually helping to speed things up for you. You're not having to physically move yourself. And, the therapies that we use are passive. And then typically what we see is people can start to move much more freely with less pain after they've had the therapy. Might not happen after the first session, but after a few sessions, you can start to see them be able to do things better and better with less pain, less inflammation, and less restriction.
Absolutely. And, movement can be as simple as making sure you're walking a certain amount of steps in a day, walking a certain distance, using light band exercises with your arms, just anything to keep that body in motion throughout your day.
Fidgeting. Get your fidget spinners.
Yes, exactly. Now, we already highly discussed nutrition earlier, but of course I just wanted to hit upon some of the things we talked about, and some of the things we didn't really specify on, but we all know we have to hydrate, eating those anti-inflammatory foods, the nutrient-dense diet, electrolytes, of course, best for you with helping to heal and helping to promote that growth and regeneration of your cells, and then your protein intake. Eat that chicken.
More chicken, no. Brown chicken and rice, no. Actually, if people do have or want a guideline, we do have a guideline for some of the anti-inflammatory foods, so you can always contact the office and we can send that to you, so you kind of know what foods to pick up in the grocery store to even make different recipes with. And you might even go out and find some new recipes that you can use those with, that, hey, maybe you like certain food items there, and you can find some different combinations that might make it, your diet a little more entertaining. Have some different tastes that you've maybe never had before. Maybe you'll find some restaurants that you can actually go out to and find that actually they do have some good healthy foods that are actually anti-inflammatory foods that you can be eating. And so you're actually eating a healthy meal without causing a lot of extra stress on your body there.
Oh, absolutely. Chicken on the grill, you guys, in the summer, excellent. How about you, Carly? What's your favorite anti-inflammatory meal that you can pull off the top of your head?
Oh, anti-inflammatory? Oh.
Put you on the spot.
I know. I love a loaded salad with avocado, tomato, chicken, some sunflower seeds, and just some olive oil and balsamic vinegar or something like that. That's probably my favorite go-to.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I always like to add in strawberries and blueberries and all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have to add some nice smoked cedar plank salmon on the Traeger grill.
Okay, so it is lunchtime.
Now that I'm making everybody
Let's keep moving. All right, another modifiable lifestyle factor, of course, is stress. Here's just some natural things that we know. If you have pain, you're probably going to feel some stress with that. Any excess of healing time, some stress. But here are some good things. The PEMF is a good stress for your body. It helps your body heal in the right direction. And then, of course, relaxation can be done with PEMF. But, of course, it's, working your way into your system and finding the best way that you can relax, whether it's using PEMF, meditation, taking a cat nap here and there. And then we talked about those charged cells. That's something that's going to help your body move in the right direction.
Getting that good eustress and trying to decrease the distress. So
Exactly. Relaxation is good on National Relaxation Day. What is your favorite relaxation technique, Dr. Beckham?
I think I really like to use, more I use the Calm app myself. And just try and find different things maybe pertinent to it's the day. Usually it's even just the common ones that they have there just to kind of have the thought of the day. And then it's just more of the deep breathing techniques with that. That's probably the most helpful.
Nice. How about yourself, Dr. Carly? What do you like to do to relax?
I am a cat napper for sure. I love a good nap here and there. That is how I get a good relaxation session
awesome.
in. Mm-hmm.
So when we're looking for Dr. Carly, she'll be sitting on PEMF.
Yep.
And she's going to be asleep because it's going to
exactly.
out.
Well, Well, I enjoy a good book, and if I can be amongst all my plants, like these behind me, I'm happy. How about relationships? So just talking about, what a PEMF session looks like, usually about 8 to 15 minutes or so. But during that time, maybe that's a good time for you to sit and relax and think about your relationships. Who in your life
getting your
is
alone
helping
time.
you? Yeah. Like who in your life at this time is helping you heal? Or maybe who's pushing you in the other direction? Who do you have on your team? Is it your chiropractor? Is it your PT? That's really forcing you to look at your life and make sure that you're healing in the right direction. Yeah. All right. Well, short and sweet today, folks.
Yeah.
Because we want to keep you moving, but we also want you to come in and relax. So, for your complimentary PEMF session, available till the end of August, give us a call. Here's a lovely QR code to scan, and that'll give you more information on our PEMF therapy. And then, as always, follow along, listen in on our Extraordinary Health podcast.
Yeah. Hey, and if you know anybody else that might benefit from this information, please, share this with them. Obviously, if you're seeing this on a social media post, make sure you like it and, follow us so that you can get further information in the future here that is regarding things that you can, help yourself with at home.
Help you and help others. So follow along, give us a call, and come test out our PEMF session, you guys. Love to see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Thanks for listening to the Extraordinary Health Podcast. For further information or to set up an appointment, go to the website at www.allseasonsintegrative.com or call us at 701-356-0016.